I'm gonna make this brief. I want to just say this: rest in power to O.J. Simpson, the legendary Hall of Famer O.J. Simpson. A lot of he died from prostate cancer at the age of 79 on Wednesday, this past Wednesday. I'm recording this on Saturday, April the 13th. But I just want to say I'm glad that he didn't die in prison. You know, like because unfortunately for the last almost 30 June would have been 30. This July would have been 30 years since his life was changed forever. 30 years ago, when his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ron Goldman were brutally murdered right at it, outside of his home, his L.A. mansion. That right there changed his life forever and changed the outlook of how people and the outlook of about him, his reputation and whatnot. And like that O.J. Simpson trial, that spawned a lot of careers of people who don't need to have careers, like Gloria Allred and her daughter. And like that's the reason, you know, the O.J. Simpson trial is the reason why channels like Fox News exist. Yes, Fox News exists because of the O.J. Simpson trial. And be honest with you, like some people are like, do you think OJ did it? Like even now that he's no longer with us, they like you couldn't go a week without somebody bringing up OJ's name. And now that he's gone, he's no longer with us. They'll still bring up his name because this one black man who's found not guilty for killing two white people still rubs him the wrong way to this very day. And like, of course, a lot of white people who are still mad, talking about he's guilty, like he's not. He was found not guilty. He was found not guilty because due to lack of physical evidence. And like, I'll tell people this all the time. Like, he was found not guilty due to lack of evidence. Like, if I had a knife and I slashed two people's throat almost to the point of decapitation, they said her neck. They said Nicole Brown Simpson's neck bone was nicked. The blade cut all the way down to the bone. She could have had her head taken off. But like, if I took a knife and stabbed two people to death, their blood is gonna be all over me. Their blood's gonna be all over me. But all they can find was a shoe print and two bloody gloves. They didn't find no bloody pants or no bloody shirt. So you tell me that the killer had killed these two people naked, and Ron Goldman had defense marks on his hand, but O.J. Simpson didn't have defense marks on his hand. Well, and plus, if I say I stab two people to death, their blood's gonna be all over me, and wherever I walk, I'm just gonna be trailing blood. If I go in the house, I'm gonna be trailing blood. If I go in the bathroom, I'm trailing blood. If I go in my car, I'm gonna be trailing blood. Like they found one speck of blood on the passenger seat, but that speck of blood that was there had a chemical that you could only find in forensic labs. And like Mark Furman, who's the lead detective at that time, and who was known for racially profiling black men, they asked him if he planted evidence, and he pled the fifth. He basically just gave Mark Furman pled the fifth. He gave him his his walking papers. But I guess he assumed since he's a black man and he's accused of killing two white people, they're gonna find him guilty anyway. But I still remember that OJ verdict. I think I was in the 12th grade. 1995, I was in the 12th grade. No, my bad. I was in the 7th grade. I was in middle school when OJ was found not guilty. And like the white teachers at my school were stone faced. All of them was solid. They didn't even want to talk about it. But like black people, of course, black people were cheering and stuff. Like I've seen that video of the reaction of black people finding out that he's not guilty, and like people like, man, why is he cheering? Why is he cheering? He killed two people. He's guilty. Blah 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 blah. But see, you don't realize this is one of the rare times when you see a black man being found not guilty for killing two white people, because like because not 99.9% of the time he would have been found guilty, especially if he didn't have a good lawyer like Johnny Cochran. But a lot of white people felt that justice was not served because this man was found not guilty. But like if OJ was found guilty, they would have put him they would have put him in the electric chair. But Ron Goldman's father, he fought tooth and nail. He sued him in a civil trial. Of course, he won that. But like OJ never paid him his money, and and Ron Goldman's dad, he was mad because he couldn't touch his NFL pension, and and OJ never paid him his money. I wouldn't pay him a dime either. Even though he did 9 years trying to take back his own stuff, he still didn't die in prison. A lot of people still were bitter about that. He spent 9 years in prison, and people still bitter about it. And people still bitter about the double murder. He got out. He went to live his life, and of course he lived a free man up until the age of 79 when he died of prostate cancer. But I'm not gonna be one of those people who bash O.J. Simpson. Like, well, what do you? He hung around white people. You're like, yeah, you're right. He did hang around a lot of white people, but let's be honest. At the end of the day, he was still a black man. Who beat a system that was built to go against him, that was never made to benefit him. But he beat us. He beat a judicial system that was made to go against him simply because of the color of his skin. Even though after the not guilty verdict, he was still never looked at it the same. And even in death, they still gonna be talking about O.J. Simpson, because even up to his death, you couldn't go a week without somebody talking about this dude. Rest in peace, O.J.